hips, 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 hips. Okay, so today we're going to talk about hips. Using our hips for the first time in our techniques. So this is mainly a beginner video. I want you to stand straight, toes going forward, your legs are shoulder width apart. Now I want you to feel really relaxed here. I just want you to sway side to side. So I'm like using my shoulders and I'm almost trying to turn the knot of my belt from over here to over there. And now with it, I want you to, your arms to go really floppy. And see, where does the move start from? The movement starts from first moving my body, my hips, here, which is my belt, and then my arms follow. I wonder if I do it a little bit faster. You see how they were like moving at two different rhythms, and I was slapping myself there. So that was my body and my hips here. Just by turning this bit side to side, I'm able to control my arms. I had no power in my arms, they were completely dead. I want you to feel that. So now what I want you to do is, you're gonna just do the same exercise. Now as your hands come to hit your gi, I want you to pull away in the other direction. This is gonna be your kime. So at that point of contact, that's where you pull back. For example, when we do our gyakuzuki here, it's the kime, bang at the end, which does a lot of with the power is dealt, it's focused at that point. So let's try that. We're going to twist gently. And now when it touches the side, I'm going to pull to the other side. There's still no power in my arms as I do this. They're dead. All this movement is coming from this here. And my legs are relaxed and bent. So is my whole body really. It's only this. So you're gonna develop this like a long pull, snap with your hips in, out. Just like in every technique, that's what we're doing here. In, out. And it's like a whip, in, out. It's just like, imagine getting your tea towel, bang. Let's put one hand behind our back now. So we're gonna focus on striking or blocking with this hand. So the same drill, I'm gonna use my hips to move my arm. So I think actually Tetsu could be the best. Tetsu's the best hand to use. So if I was doing it on one hand, I would go in, out, strike. So this is where I use the hammer fist, the bottom of my fist here. Across, back out. Across, back out. Let's use the other side. So I'm going to turn away, in, out. Did you notice how I built it up then? I just went through it, I went 1, 2, 3. And then I slowly over time, just feeling it getting loose. And then just adding a bang at the end. And relaxing. Yeah. So why would I even want to use my hips in this place? Why isn't it better just to use pure strength and body weight over here. Sometimes it is better to do that. Sometimes when we're constricted by space or even time, using that flick of the wrist, the flick of the hips, is able to get power to the movement. It's also, if you see a big one here, you can see it coming for miles, it's slow. Whereas by doing a similar movement using my hip, I can get that same kind of power just from using the hip here, rather than having to do that. I also feel like I'm about to rip something in my arm as I'm coming around this way. But as I do a similar punch on my hip, it feels the power's direct. Imagine someone was close up to me. I won't be able to do a big swing. I could, however, do something like an uppercut or a hook, and that's where I can place my foot close and then use the hip to strike. So this is great for short range things, which karate being a self-defense, meaning someone's going to be attacking you, they've got a problem with you, so you're in a close range situation. In a longer distance, like sports karate or sport combat, when we're close here, this little twitch hip to maintain power isn't quite as critical because we've got more of a distance. However, when we're close, we need to be able to generate as much power in as little distance as possible, as quick as possible. Boss.